Hey up lads and lasses, Damphyre here, back again with some more Infinite Lagrange. So today I want to talk about the new agreement that's come into place. It's been on the website for a couple of days now. First off, apologies, not been much content this month. I'm in like a really bad spot for content creation at the moment. For Infinite Lagrange anyway, I don't really have the ships to show off any of the fleet archetypes, so I can't do anything on those. You already seen the hybrid fleet. I did that a few months ago. So there's nothing I can really do there. Content is kind of like dried up. I can't move tech points around particularly easily until servers end, and so I'm in a bit of an odd spot for that. So first off, question to you guys. I think I probably need to redo the ship guides again. That I can do to a pretty decent level. Obviously, I am missing ships and stuff. I don't have like some kind of special magic account from NetEase or anything like that. So it's just my account. So I can, like I said, I can do the ship guides again. There are some caveats there with missing modules for some of the battle cruisers, missing some of the ships. I have now picked up a couple of ships in the last sort of couple of weeks, 3 weeks. So I've got like the Cass Orcs and stuff like that. I don't have any tech points in it, but I can at least talk about it a bit better and stuff. And but yeah, so I can do that again. If you guys want that, I can definitely get that out. So let me know in the comments below. I was toying with the idea, instead of having one video and it's just the one ship and all of 3 of its variants, is just splitting that up into each individual video. So then you can just go in search on my channel. You want to see Vetus, probably not Vetus actually. It would say like Noma T A or something. You can put search in that and the video will pop up, and then you can find each one a little bit more quickly than having to find the ship vid and then either scroll through if I've forgotten to put timestamps or, you know, all that kind of stuff. So let me know down in the comments below which you prefer, video with the ship guides, if you want it one long video or one for each of the variants. I can do either, and so yeah, it's up to you guys what you'd prefer. Personally, I think doing it individually for each variant might be a little bit better. It'll help me spread content out a little bit as well, especially at the current moment, because like I said, until things like this pop up where I've got, you know, new agreements and gameplay previews coming up on NetEase's site, I genuinely am struggling to like find any decent content to cover at the current moment, because don't have the ships, don't have the tech points, the lore's not properly in the game, and I don't have most of it, so I can't even do lore vids. So yeah, it's a bit unfortunate, and it's coming up to like 3 years playing Infinite Lagrange. I have covered pretty much everything. I keep getting comments for, can you do this? Like, if you go into search and try and search for like Fleet 101 or something like that, I teach you how to build fleets. So if you go, I've got a whole series based for new players. So that's all been done. It could maybe do with a slight update, but it's so minimal. I'm kind of waiting until something bigger changes before I work on something like that. So yeah, anyway, bit of a channel update there at the start of the vid, and we'll carry on with this. Again, do let me know down in the comments below if you want me to go through the ship guides again. I do think they need a rework. Some of the ships, especially things like the Sandrake's example. I think it lost a bunch of hit rate off one of its systems, and that's why it's just like not performing at all anymore. And then obviously we've got new fleet meta. So previously where I was saying ignore missile evasion on some fighters and stuff, it's actually really good now, because Wing to SAR AA is pretty prevalent in a lot of fleets, and there are, you know, a lot of missiles coming into the fighters' way. So yeah, anyway, down in the comments below, we'll go through the new star system rescue gameplay preview, and we'll have a bit of chat about it. And at the end of the video, I've also got a little bit of a thing. It is one of the other updates that came recently, where they gave you this ability to research and stuff, like specific ships. I want to talk about that a touch as well. So Greetings, explorers! Today we are going to introduce the soon-to-be-released new feature, Star System Rescue Agreement. In the Star System Rescue, players will take on the role of rescuer, entering the desolate star system to fend off the captors that are targeting the Lagrange gate and reconstructing shelters. Recently, the headquarters of the Antonia Security and Cooperative Administration has received numerous distress signals from the Lagrange network. According to the report, to survive this chaotic and unordered environment, with a powerful armed force, the captors have become the dominant power over these ruins. Under the threat of the captors, remaining factions within the star system have banded together, sending out distress signals to Lagrange network in hopes that Dawn Cord organizations will send rescuers to save more factions from these ruins. More importantly, they hope to safeguard the Lagrange gate from being destroyed by the captors for the sake of the revival of the star system. So far to me, this sounds a bit like it's going to be a kind of Angulum thing just off the start of that, where you can have a small group going in. I can't imagine this being like a full-fledged server, but we'll get into that. Well, we'll read through. I actually haven't read this over the last couple of days. I've been a bit busy. Nice picture, though. That might be the thumbnail. Yeah, I might pinch that one. Upon entering the star system and taking a short break, rescuers will confront multiple captor attacks targeting the Lagrange gate. Rescuers must join forces to defeat all captor fleets before the Lagrange gate's destruction. This is very PvE focused then, so that's kind of cool. The received reports reveal the following information about the captors. 1. Initial conflicts. Rally region alert for captors in prep. Yeah, so this is very Angulum-like, right? In the capture attack operation in this time, they are assembling a significant number of fleets near the Lagrange gate, planning to initiate assault from two different locations or directions. During the preparation phase of the captors, explorers can deploy their fleets in advance to weaken the amassed forces. At the end of the preparation phase, captor fleets will be transferred to the vicinity of the assault target. So we can see here we've got these red cities or bases or something, and we got a couple of arrows of where they're attacking to. During the process, some captors will pass through the scattered asteroid belt near the Lagrange gate. Explorers must constantly monitor the access rights in this region. Once the captors arrive at the designated region, they will launch their final operations after a brief preparation. In order to support all explorers in the defense, the local factions have created a temporary community operation. All explorers using this community operation will be treated as a cordial relationship for the time being, collectively forming the ultimate defense force. The captor's attack can only be stopped by defeating all captor fleets. Then we have the long-range assault. Following the last battle, the captors can incorporate a large number of aircraft squadrons into their current combat operation. During the preparation phase, the captor fleets will continue to deploy the strategic strike to counter nearby fleets. Once they find a suitable location, aircraft squadrons will be deployed to carry out attacks. That's an interesting one. We haven't had AI using aircraft squadrons and strategic strikes yet, so that'll be interesting to see how that plays out. I'd be really curious to see if they're any good, because for the most part, the strategic strikes from us are kind of relatively still useless. There are some niche uses to hold down fleets and that kind of thing, but genuinely speaking, they're not particularly great. In the current round of attack operations, captors will launch assault simultaneously from 3 directions. The main attack direction is fortified with numerous cruiser fleets, which adopt a special combat tactic, interlocking blockades to protect strategic strikes, advancing to the designated location. Completion of the fleet rally in the preparation phase could give the captors a local combat advantage, making it more difficult for explorers to stop them. However, it could be a viable tactic if the explorer fleet strikes the target in the middle of the transfer and rally process. So this is similar to how groups of players will, blockade down right in front of forward operation bases and hives and that kind of thing. So nothing new there, but again, it's interesting to see the AI doing a little bit. Saying that, I've had AI blockading on top of my base this last server, and I think the server before that. So this could actually already be in the game. This is going to be on a larger scale, it seems. 4. Battle preparation. In response to the explorers' harassment during the preparation phase, captors have implemented an escort operation for this round of attack, deploying multiple fleets to counter the actively attacking explorer fleets. The intensity of the captor attack this time is reduced, yet it is important to be aware that a few elite captor fleets have gathered near the direction of the Lagrange gate. Blitzkrieg. During this battle, captors will commence a swift preparation operation against the Lagrange gate. Captor fleets will quickly converge from different directions, initiating attacks at high speed against the target using warp drive. Explorers must promptly set up their defense force in the vicinity. The primary cruiser fleet of certain captors will be coming from a different direction as well, and explorers will collaboratively decide how to neutralize this abrupt attack, be it through defense or active interception. I feel with it, if it's quick, you might want to do something like set up blockades or something like that. That normally shuts down like rapid attacks pretty well if you start just sort of blockading out everything where they're going. Showdown. With their prolonged but futile attacks on the Lagrange gate, new factions affiliated with the captor have joined the preparation for this assault. Reports show that the fleets specialize in conducting independent operations against the target. Tactics such as a combat surge and siege tactics allow them to breach the defense on the battlefield. Explorers must be wary of these fleets' attacks at all times. Facing the challenge of these duelists or cooperation might be the key to gaining an advantage on the battlefield. So, interesting one again. You got single fleets coming at you as well. There's a lot going on here, really, isn't there? We have comprehensive warfare to expedite their operation against the Lagrange gate. Factions of different captors are starting to coordinate their attacks. Blitzkrieg fleets traveling at high speed, strategic strike squads carrying super capital ships, fleet factions with formidable dueling capabilities. All of these have been mentioned in the report, facing a joint attack from multiple directions. The situation for the explorers is becoming even more dire. So 7 is all of the above. 8, battle preparations. Following the all-out assault in the previous encounter, the captors have decided to fuel their war efforts with ongoing battles. Even though the number of fleets deployed this time may not match the scale of the last one, these fleets will still pose a considerable threat. So I guess after you go through all these battle phases, you get to Battle Prep 2 and 9. An unexpected attack alert echoes across the Lagrange gate, revealing that a myriad of captor fleets using warp coordinates given by the disguised fleet traitor have ambushed the vicinity of the Lagrange gate. As explorers notice the alert, the question arises whether it's already too late. A vast number of captors' fleets are now at a striking distance from the Lagrange gate, readying for the final assault. So this is an interesting one. There'll be NPC fleets, I guess, around where you're sort of set up on the Lagrange gate, and they're just going to randomly start attacking you, I guess, or the gate itself. It'll be an interesting one. The Grand Battle. This battle is set to go down in the annals of star system history. Captors have gathered every possible fleet power within the star system, preparing to launch the biggest operation against the Lagrange gate. In the face of the captor's all-or-nothing resolution, it's only through the explorer's total unity that we have a chance of stopping this ultimate onslaught. That'll be an interesting one. I'm curious to see how many people can get into this server, because like with Angulum, you've got 5 people. There is no way 5 people are going to take on. This just sounds like a massive quantity of fleets and different tactics going to be used against you over and over again. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. And whether we have a base or not, or we just get to send like 1 fleet through or 2 fleets through, I have to find out. Should the Lagrange gate be destroyed, the entire star system will be disconnected from the Lagrange network, affecting every rescuer's rating results and settlement rewards. Okay, so don't let the Lagrange gate fall, because you're going to get less rewards for it. Explorers embarking on the star system rescue mission will be the final barrier of defense for the Lagrange gate. The question is whether they can remain connected to the Lagrange network, preserving everyone's hope, or will they succumb to the formidable captors and be engulfed by the wreckage in the wreckage of fleets. The safety of the Lagrange gate rests in the hands of every explorer within the star system, and that's it. So yeah, really, really interesting. It's been requested for almost since the beginning of Infinite Lagrange that we had a PvE specific server. And they gave us Angulum, which is PvE specific, but there is PvP potential in that. This looks like there is no PvP potential so far at the moment, which is really interesting, and it is all just purely PvE. I'm sure several people are definitely going to be very happy about that. There are a lot of farming unions that just go into servers and enjoy the game rather than deal with the politics and everything else that goes with PvP. So this might be a nice way for them to sort of do something a bit more fun, work with friends, and all that good stuff. I really think that the game should have launched with a PvE mode, personally. Maybe keep the rewards like really low on it or something of that nature, so, you know, PvP is the thing to be really doing. But, you know, having options is always good, and this looks like it's going to be a very good one. So definitely keep an eye on the channel. I'll definitely, obviously, be trying to jump into this as soon as I possibly can, and get some content done on it. So yeah, let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Is this a good thing? I personally think it is. It sounds really interesting, so I guess we're going to have to wait and see. So let's jump over to the other update quick, and we'll have a quick talk about that as well. So this is what I wanted to talk a little bit about at the end of the video, and it's just to give you a bit of a warning here as well. So these are the patch notes, 1st 17, 2024. New event, time-limited research agreement, blah, blah, blah. Most of you will know that this is in the game at the moment. Basically, it lets you choose a blueprint, and you can sort of try and get a bit of a ship. And this is where the problem really lies, is it's 1 to 10% chance. That includes base variants, so if you're going for something you don't own, say you don't own the spear, you'll get a 1 to 10% of the spear blueprint, which is pointless. So never ever use it on a base variant, because you'll always get 100% of the base variant. On modules, you'll also get only 1 to 10%, which obviously isn't particularly great. And variations, you'll also get 1 to 10%. So bear in mind with modules, if you do pick up the ship as a copy, you'll get a full module for it. If you do it this way, you'll get 1 to 10% of the ship, which is completely pointless. Don't make the mistake like I did, and I thought, oh, I'll just pick up modules for spear then, and turns out that is not possible. You'll only get a percentage of the module, which is awful. So yeah, bear that in mind when rolling for this. The only 2 use case scenarios I can see for this is if you're at like 80, 90% on a variant, then maybe roll for it at 500 procs. It isn't cheap. And there's still a chance that you might have to spend 1,000, 1,500 procs to finish off a variant. So it's not great value, even then, even if you are getting the variant. So bear that in mind. And the only other one is for the whales who just specifically want a ship and just want to spend like 1 million Proxima trying to get one, this specific ship. That is now possible within the game. So yeah, bear that in mind and be careful with this. It's kind of it's really bad, actually, like really bad. I can't even imagine, like, if it was 500 Proxima and it was 1 to 50%, maybe you got a chance there at least, right? But there is zero chance of you getting anything good out of this unless you're like right at the top. So yeah, watch out for the limited time research agreements, and I recommend that you just ignore them personally completely. So there we go. That is it for today's video. Again, let me know down in the comments below if you want to see the ship guides getting updated, and if you'd rather they are single videos with all of the variants for each ship, like I did exactly the same as last time, or if you want me to split the videos up so you get multiple videos of each ship variant. So you get one video for A, B, and C. So there. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time.